Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters. The Gospel speaks about the parable of the laborers and the landowner. Some of the laborers work 8 hours, some 5 hours, some 3 hours, and some work only 1 hour. And yet all of them receive the same daily wage. That's why those who work 8 hours complain. They believe that they should receive more than those who only work 1 hour, and yet they receive equal pay. My dear friends, today's gospel is giving us a lesson of great importance. The Lord would like to think that justice as a standard is not enough. Justice means that we give to what is due to others and we receive what is due to us. But justice as a standard is not enough. Here our Lord in this parable would like to tell us that our standard as Christian should be the standard of love. The standard of love is not against justice, but rather it augments, it increases the standard of justice to go beyond what is due to us. And that's why if we try to apply the parable today in our Christian life, our Lord would like to tell us, first and foremost, a warning to the disciples that those who became early Christians, those who believe early, does not mean that they will receive more reward than those who come late. There is no such thing as latecomers for the Lord. You might have been a good person earlier in our Christian faith, and others may become good later on in their Christian life, and yet in the eyes of God, they are equal. Kaya po, hindi po ibig sabihin na porket matagal na tayo mga Kristiyano, we are supposed to be more receive more reward than those who come late. That is a warning to all of us. And another thing is that there is no such thing as chosen people. And that is a warning to the Jews who thought that just because they were chosen people, they could look down upon the Gentiles. We have to remember that the Jews were merely a stepping stone for the good Lord to become a saved road to the whole world. There is no such thing as Herren folk, meaning to say that there is no such thing as a superior race. Everybody is equal in the eyes of God. A very good teaching here in today's gospel also reminds us that God is compassionate and generous, meaning to say that our Lord counts more what is important in our service to Him. God does not count the hours that spent in our service, because we thought or we think that the more hours that spent in serving God, we will receive more reward. But our Lord is more focused on how much love you put into that service. You might work and labor for so many hours and yet there's no love in it. There is, I don't know if you will receive a reward at all. But our Lord is counting how much love that you put into your service. Kaya po, He was more generous in His giving to the one who labored 1 hour. Perhaps He labored with love. And the last thing that we can also get from this gospel parable is that we should not focus on the reward. And that is what was wrong with those people who worked so hard, because their motive was the reward. The motive is very important with our Lord. You do service because you want to serve, and that's it. And whatever you receive is always a gift and should never be seen as a reward. God gives us the gift for whatever we receive for a service that we render to Him. And so, my dear friends, I hope the gospel will give us the proper perspective and understanding of what it means to be of service to the Lord. First and foremost is that we do not count the cost, but we count the love that we give. And secondly, that we always render our service in humility, not making the reward our primary end and object. We ask the good Lord always for mercy and blessing.